Yo, 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 yo. What's going on out there? Y'all already know who it is. It's your boys, the Rize Podcast, with your boy, Coach Squeeze, aka the Smoothie King. Right back at y'all. What I not on wine, how y'all doing out there, man? Peace and blessings to everybody in the chat. May God bless y'all in this journey called life. I'm rooting for everybody in the chat that whatever your dreams are, your goals and your aspirations, you can reach them with hard work, dedication, and the will, the human will, with God, grace, and mercy. I love you guys, man. I appreciate you guys. Um, and we gonna ride this wave together. But let me bring this brother in. This is a surprise. See, that's what I like about this podcast. This is a surprise treat I'm getting tonight. So let me bring him in before I get the sponsors out of the way. One of the best coaches in boxing, underrated. He's still building though, if you ask him. His son, two-time champion. I think it's the junior welterweight WBC, if I'm not mistaken. He'll correct me if I'm wrong. Two-time belt holder. Calling out all the names at 147. He won all the smoke. A gentleman in the ring, out of the ring. I can go on and on, but I'm sure he got other things to do besides hear me give all his accolades. I could be on here till tomorrow. My brother from another mother, and I really mess with this guy, man. I appreciate him, and I pray that we continue to grow our relationship in this journey called life. Without further delay, without further ado, the one, the only, future world champion dad, present world champion dad, and strap seasons more to come, Mr. Bernard Hackett in the building.
Introductions in the world, bro. They're the greatest in the world.
Yes, sir.
You make a man that wash cars feel like he own 50 car wash.
You know what, Mr. Bernard? That's my calling. To be able, it's not a game. While I'm breathing, to be able to have the renaissance, to be able to grace God's children with the flowers that they deserve while you breathing.
Man, you are 100% right.
It's not a game with me. So before we get to chopping up, because I know he got a lot to say, there go my boy All Access. He surprised me tonight. I'll drink to that.
Mr. Bernard, what's going on, Mr. Bernard?
Man, what's going on, fam?
This
What's
is trick or
good?
treat. Let me pay some bills real quick before we get started. 5-time world champ, 4 different weight classes. First ballot Hall of Fame. Baltimore's own GTD. Redesigning minds one mind at a time. We know a mind is a terrible thing to waste. Shout out to www.kenichibed.com. Use code TRP. You see I got them black jorts. You'll get 15% off. Also, shout out to www.noship.org. Gallery. Get your Demise art. Go over to his page. Support him. Any here artist, he could put some art up in your house. Stop playing with him. Shout out to www.meakillerb.com. Let's keep grinding, Mia Killer B. I believe in you. Keep pushing. Rest in peace, R.I.P. to John Boy. Shout out to EOE education over everything. Bad Girls Promotions. Um, Shout out to 1901 Pennsylvania Avenue, Coach Calvin and Kenny Way. Shout out to Four Corners Boxing featuring Maurice and Jenny Jones. Go over there to 15 rounds of boxing every Wednesday night. Our New York affiliates and check them out. They bringing that fire. Also go on to the RizePodcast.com. Get your coffee mugs, get your beanie caps, get your shirts. Support the Rize Podcast. Also, shout out to Just Do Boxing, Hardcore Boxing New, at McQueen, Jalil Major Hackett, Miss Mona, Miss Tanya Vandross. I'm praying for her recovery. I haven't heard from her. Cal Coolett, Miss Yaya, keep her in your prayers. Just Do Boxing Dead, Gregory Pratt, all the sponsors, man. I don't want to leave none of you guys out. You know who you are that support us night in and night out. And the official gear of boxing, all the fighters wearing it. Me and our ancestors, we going to be jamming that thing because wintertime, that thing a wintertime piece.
Yeah.
Unless you try to lose some weight. Y'all can say it with me in the chat on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Box! Raw! All right, y'all. With all of that being said, we're going to dive right in. Coach, the show tonight, Coach Bernard, Mr. to y'all. Coach Bernard Hackett says, Boots, stop Norman Jr. The fight with Jalil would be more competitive. All right, all assets. You got the floor,
Man, somebody got echo. I ain't sure who it is, but we're gonna rock it out like this, Mr. Bernard. Mr. Bernard, I know you got a lot to say over there, right? But why do
Mr.
you
Bernard moving? That's him moving.
Man,
That's
you
why
know what I told you, I always got something to say.
so like do you think Jalil stops Norman? Or do you think it goes to this the decision?
Honestly, I think that it would be a very dominant competitive fight. There can be dominance in a competitive fight. And I think somewhere around maybe 8 or 9, Jalil will stop him.
Crazy. The world ain't seen the best of Jalil Hackett yet.
No, he's a long way from that. He's still a work in progress. I think sometimes a lot of coaches or boxing dads, they put the cart in front of the horse. I'm one of those guys that keep the cart behind the horse. Jalil is still a work in progress. He's 21. He's still trying to learn the nuances of what makes him better. Each fight, I see something different. I see a new wrinkle. I think the same can be said for a lot of young fighters. Brian Norman, I think he's 24, and he besides his last fight, I mean, he's had relative light competition, but I don't think that that's something wrong. I think that if you bring them along right, then they'll get where they're supposed to be, but it takes time. That was why I was saying that the fight between him and Boots, it wouldn't be competitive. I think Brian Norman brings a dog mentality, and he's a tough young man. But if that's all you bring into the table, you're just gonna get your dog killed. I mean, Boots has all the intangibles. He has size. I think I would honestly go to say Jalil and Boots are the biggest 2 natural welterweights out there. They don't have any bigger than them 2. And I know when Jalil can impose his size on you, his size and power, he do what he want to do. So if I think that, why would I think anything different with Boots? Uh, we've sparred with both of them several times, and if you just look at that as a gauging meter, that's why I say I think Boots would stop him somewhere around 4, maybe 4 or 5.
Mm.
You know, I just think styles make fights, and you know, I think Brian has a good style, but once again, he's still young in the game, so he get hit with shots that as he gets more mature, he won't get hit with. And right now, Boots is like a sniper on top of a building. You know, he can hit you from 100 yards no matter what the win factor is. And if that's the case, and you get hit by average fighters, what do you do when you get hit by an above average sniper who coming with an AR?
Mm.
Let me add to that. Smoothie King, right back at you with another one. Ralph 707, thanks for the color in the chat. Imagine Jalil Hackett versus Devin Haney. Please bring that match to the Bay Area, Coach Bernard. Jalil would kill that boy. Now let me get to what I was saying. We don't play around on here. Exile Loco Sikio, heads on sticks. No daddy. Number one, to add on to what Mr. Bernard's saying is the humbleness that he's bringing to the table with his son. He's a realist. You're not going to see Mr. Bernard on here saying his son can beat the world. There's nothing wrong with him having confidence in his son, but he's living in more of a reality than a lot of the other dads and coaches. They get on here and make their kids seem like they God. If they like that, why they not pay-per-view stars? Why people not fighting? You should have 5 promoters fighting to grab your fighter if they that what y'all say it is. Because excitement sells. And number 2, he keeps it 100 with him and his son. He say his son not there yet. And ain't nothing wrong with him keeping the buck. But he know what his son capable of. And he also knows where his son still growing. So I want y'all to caption this tonight and look at the other fathers. Now, I don't know what was wrong with Brian Norman Sr. jumping in Timothy Bradley's face, because you know Timothy Bradley ain't no chump. He might talk his trash, but he ain't no, the Desert Storm ain't no chump. So, come on, man. Chill, man. Y'all like going overboard with that stuff. But I totally agree that Boots stopped him. No disrespect. And Jalil stops him in the later rounds. Smoothie King, right back at you with another one. Showtime the God Pass. We about to turn up tonight. All assets bringing that Friday heat on a Monday. Thanks for the color in the chat. Jalil versus Brian and Boots versus Blair Carr.
I like that. I like that. I wouldn't mind that.
Both will be competitive for a minute.
Hey, Mr. Bernard, can you hear me?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Can you not to give the game plan up. I don't want that from you because we on the same page. I know your son battle tested, and I feel as though he'd take him in deep waters and drown him. And the more I notice about your son, The more you pull up the pressure on your son, the more you make him uh bite down. The more the more you make him bite down. It's smarter to try to box your son, make him move, and try to stay away from him. But if you call yourself coming in trying to outdug and just get your son out of there, I'm not wishing the best for you on that one. That's just
No,
my
you know,
opinion.
I just look at it like this. I try and live in a realistic world. I know in a perfect situation, Santa Claus will bring all of us presents. But there's a lot of kids who wake up on Christmas morning and really realize there's no such thing as Santa Claus. So,
Mm,
in the world that we really have to live in, I try to look at my son not as my son when it comes to boxing, but as somebody who's been hired by him to do the right things, say reality, and give the right direction. And you've never heard me say anything other than my son is the best prospect of his time. In his era, I don't think there's anybody that can beat him. Uh, when you look at Boots, I consider Boots to be on the tail end of Bud Crawford, Earl Spence era. I look at him as being that. I don't look at him as being the next generation. He was the tail end of theirs, and right now you got to call him the reigning king. I mean, you just got to be realistic. I think sometimes these fairy tale worlds, everybody gets a trophy. No, everybody does not get a trophy. Everybody can participate, but everybody can't get a trophy. So with that being said, the ones that don't get one, it don't mean you never will. Sometimes you just got to wait for your time. And that's why I said I think a fight between Jalil and Brian would be more competitive than a fight with Boots and Brian. I just think that Boots is just right now he's head and shoulders when it comes to the welterweight division. I think Brian is a top 4 welterweight right now in the world because he's holding one of the titles. If you ask me and you rate any division, I don't see how you don't put the guys who are holding the titles at the top 4.
Hey, Mr. Bernard, let me, because I wanna jump right in. I don't want to go too far off, so I can respond to you correctly. Just because you got a belt, you just want to don't mean you're a world champion. You got to defend that several times for me to consider you a world champion. Because I don't know, I could give you a long laundry list of people that got the belt and couldn't defend it, lost it on their next fight. So you got to at least give me 3 fights on 5 defenses. I'm gonna be nice and say 4 for me to say you're deserving of being called a world champion. You have to defend that. We saw that with Chris Cope.
I mean, the minute that you actually get in the ring for 12 rounds or less and your hand is raised victoriously and they put the belt around your waist, you're a world champion. I don't believe in that email stuff. Well, however you got the belt, you got it. If it asks any boxer in boxing, if they say, "Hey, I'm gonna make you the welterweight champion," are you gonna turn it down because you didn't fight for it and they elevated you to it? It's gonna be no. So I don't go with that. Right now, the boy got one of the 4 major titles. He got the WBO title. If I had to rank the welterweight list and I'm looking at the top 4, it's gonna be Boots, Stanionis, Barrios, and then Brian Norman. That's just how I look at it. When you look at the 4 people that hold those titles, everybody behind them want to fight one of them 4 for whatever reason, but the ultimate reason is to get one of those titles. We wanted to fight Brian Norman before he won his title. Everybody know it, but now that he won his title, I want to fight him even more. I just want to give people their credit that they deserve because it takes a long time to get here. Most people just see you when you get the belt or when you're on your way to the belt. But then I also want to let them remember, don't change up your attitude or tactics. You said you want to fight anybody. Their statement was, if we can't get the Boots fight, we want to fight somebody in the top 15. When we said we're number 15, then they started giving all the little bits and pieces. Well, you got to be 15 in our sanctioning body. Bro, no, you don't. You got the only time you got to fight somebody is when they have a mandatory. This is a open fight for him. It's not a mandatory. He can fight who he wants. If you don't fight Boots, you're not fighting Stanionis, you're not fighting Barrios. You can't tell nobody. You can't tell me you're gonna pick somebody else that you're gonna get better than Jalil. You're not.
I like that somebody in the chat, True Culture, just said, I like this one. Barrios versus Jalil Hackett.
I like that one too. I like that one too. I like that too. I think Barrios has proven a level of toughness that you got to respect him. But I think his style and Jalil's style is made for both of them to sit in the box.
Yep.
And one of them going to sleep. And I know how Jalil fired that thing. He gonna bring everything, and he gonna hit him on the chin. He gonna get him away from it. I don't think Barrios will back out in box. I don't think he'll back out in box. He got a dog.
No. And that would be excellent for Jalil on his resume.
Yeah, I think right now.
That would be. I wouldn't mind seeing that next. Brian Norman, Mario Barrios, anybody with one of those names that's been battle tested and has been in position to win a title.
Yeah, I agree with you. One thing I do know, when you spar with Jalil and he hurts you, he can always hurt you again. Like Coach Kenny say, he like a computer. Once he touch you with something and hurt you, he can always touch you with that same shot and hurt you again. It's like he know how to put it where it struck a chord. And not too many dudes got poker faces, man. They ain't got I always tell Jalil, when they start trying to hold you instead of engage with you, they done. All you gotta do is turn it up. They already the skin is crispy. It's just a little bit of the meat on the inside that ain't done. So once you keep poking, they done.
Hey, Mr. Bernard, we getting the echo. People in the chat saying we get the echo. Can you hear me, Mr. Bernard? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. Is that better?
Yeah. Okay. We still getting a little echo. But what I was gonna ask you,
I know what we're gonna ask. We're gonna get the show started now.
What I was gonna ask.
Is he Gladiator or Bubblegum?
Who?
Brian Norman. Is he Gladiator or Bubblegum?
Oh, Gladiator.
All right. What is he, Coach?
Who's that?
Brian Norman Jr. Gladiator.
Hey, Mr. Bernard, put your phone on mute real quick.
I got it.
Now, what you say, Coach? All assets.
Coach Kenny, is he Gladiator or Bubblegum?
Who's that?
Brian Norman Jr.
The one trying to fight Boots?
Yeah.
Lying about the spawn with him and Tank?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
He bubble gum.
Good.
Oh. 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 Oh.
He bubble gum.
It's only one way to bring Coach Kenny. Be glad
For real, Coach?
Yeah.
Damn. Coach said he bubble gum. Coach said he bubble gum.
Mr. Bernard, you got your hand up.
Huh?
Because when I put you on, I just don't know how. Yeah, see it go away.
I think that's I'm at my grandma's, man. I'm sitting with her.
No, I already
She
said what
she 94 years old, man, and she love hearing about boxing. So I come check on her every day
okay.
and tell her
That's
about
a
how the
blessing.
boxing going. So she got her air conditioning unit. You can hear that thing, 'cause she got it pumping. So that's what you hear.
We
That's
need
a
to ask him.
blessing.
We need to ask him. Brian Norman, Gladiator, what's up, man?
Mm-mm. Just muted
Man,
yourself.
I think the dude is. I can't down talk him. I think he a tough guy. I think he gonna bring a dog to the table. But once again, he a tameable dog. You know, like I said, I don't put no words in nobody's mouth. His father said on y'all show, Jalil humbled him. He said then they came back a second time when they thought they turned up the work, and Jalil showed him you got to turn it up some more. So I told you before. Coach Kenny called me from Vegas and said, "Hey, when Jalil touch you and hurt you, he can touch you and hurt you every time with the same shot. He like a computer. So he done already touched y'all there a couple of times, and he done touched him, and he done hurt him. So if they get in the ring, I don't expect that to be a long drawn out. I'ma say his toughness gonna get him to 6, but then after his toughness get him to 6, his father he gonna encourage that dog to keep going, and that's when that dog gonna get hurt."
We're gonna get him hurt.
94 years old, man. Shout out to grandma, man.
That's a blessing.
Now, not to swear away from the conversation, but I can only imagine. They took and carjacked a 67-year-old woman the other day, and the grandmother was 87, ran out there to help her daughter. And they ran her over, ran her legs over, broke grandma's legs, punctured her lung. She ran out there fighting to fight her daughter, help her daughter. They trying to carjack. What's wrong with these kids out here, man? 87 years old, was doing good. Now she in the hospital fighting for her life, man.
If it was my grandma,
Crazy.
she wouldn't be the only one fighting for her life.
Mm. Mm.
Yeah, that's the
That's
best thing I can say, champ.
that's that's what the grandson said on the news when he had to catch himself. He like, I ain't gonna say nothing, but they lucky I wasn't here.
Hey, at my age, I tell them I do it anyway, because in my younger age, I do it. So I'm gonna be looking for you. Somebody gonna catch up with you. Either the people in blue shirts gonna catch up with you, or the people in black hoods gonna catch up with you. Either way, you're gonna get caught up with. And for real, I'm gonna tell you that the problem is, at one point in time, if you did something like that, even the dudes that hung with you gonna turn you in.
Yeah,
All
yeah,
these dudes is actually still, harboring these type of dudes,
yeah,
man. I don't know where they come from. It's like, yeah, at one time, dudes, man, you robbed an old lady, man. The dudes you with gonna turn you in.
yeah.
Yep. Yep.
No,
Crazy,
this shit fucked up and crazy nowadays, man.
crazy, man. And look, the lady was like, they try to steal her Acura truck. She taking stuff into her mother. They ride down on her. So she say, y'all ran down on the wrong one. She was fighting them. One of them snuck mama. Then the mother came out there, the 87-year-old fighting with him. So one of the little punks say, shoot her. And grandma was like, please don't shoot us. Don't shoot my daughter. And they got in the car, and mama fell in the street, and they ran over her legs. Ran over mama's legs. So she in the hospital fighting for her life.
Man.
Yeah. This happened the other day. I think it was East Baltimore.
Give me a piece of that chicken.
Sad, man.
I thought you said you was on a diet, Coach Kenny.
It ain't that cold.
Been in there for about an hour.
I can't eat a piece of chicken.
You said you was on a diet.
You can eat a piece of chicken.
No, you can't. Not on a diet.
I used to eat 8 wings.
Oh my God.
Now you down to 2.
I'm down to 2. That's a big cut, ain't it?
That's a major cutback, man. You gotta accept it.
Tell them again. I was sitting to eat 8 to 10 wings sometimes, boy.
So why I got you on here, Mr. Brent, I wanted to also ask you a question. What's your thoughts on Canelo Berlanga? You heard me, Mr. Bernard?
He went mute.
He done went mute. Bro, Mr. Bernard, you on mute. I ain't never seen Mr. Bernard lost for words. How was that spawn today, Coach Kenny?
Lovely.
Yeah, it was nice, man. That little kid is solid.
King Henry.
Yeah, short is solid.
I'm gonna send the pictures to your phone so you can post them on your story. All access.
Oh, I got it. All right.
Shout out the what you say?
I said, all right. That's a bet.
Shout out the Junior today. He was recording some of the interviews of the kids.
Shout out to the big son, Big Junior.
Yeah. So I'm gonna be grabbing those interviews and I'm gonna get them to send to your phone all access.
Copy. I don't know what's going on with his phone now. Come on, Mr. Bernard. This show for you.
For real, Coach Kenny, bubblegum.
Bubblegum, son.
Yo, his father got up and try to act like he was trying to act tough against Timothy Bradley. Got in that man's face.
So what you saying? The father bubblegum too?
What they was on a podcast?
Nah, they was at a he was in the hallway or something, and your father walked up on Timmy, and Timmy stood right there.
Why he walked up on him?
He was saying that Timothy was criticizing his son.
He got a right to his opinion. You can't walk
And
up
he
on
was
people
like,
for that.
he say, you hating on his son because he was trying to. He say, I'm not hating on your son. And yo got up and trying to get up in Timmy's face, and Timmy like looked at him like, yeah.
That's his opinion, man. You can't walk on people because they how they feel about something.
I'd have felt I know now later he'd be talking.
Hey man, I posted the lightweight rankings on my page today the way I see it. And I tell anybody else, if you see it different, post it the way you see it. But jokers on there fussing with each other. It just didn't post in their list. Man, it's funny how you could drop something on your page and people just start going at it.
Who your top 5 at 135, Coach?
Tank, Shakur. I forgot the order that I put it in. Lomachenko. I'm sorry. Tank, Abdullah Mason, Shakur, Lomachenko, and I think it was Schofield.
Who are your top 5, Squeeze?
GTD.
Mm-hmm.
GTD.
Mm-hmm.
GTD.
Sure.
GTD.
Right.
And GTD.
Right on.
They can get mad all they want. That's my top 5. And the only why I'm saying that, to be honest with you guys, y'all might think I'm capping or trolling, because he puts the work in. He's a generational talent. He was blessed to do this. And he works so hard. He makes the right adjustments. And he not bigger than these guys. He don't have long arms. He's not tall. He's doing this in a compact frame. That's what is blowing me away with him. And he'll finish it. He'll finish it. I don't want to bank on the knockouts. And that's why I like him, because of the knockouts. I like him because he set them up. And once he hurt you, there's no coming back. Smoothie King, right back at, and tell that other the ones in Kenny top 5 prove that to me. I start listing them. Smoothie King, right back at you with another one. Ralph 707, thanks for the color in the chat. That is a nice T-shirt, Coach Kenny.
Thank you. One of Damari Filston's shirts he put out.
Y'all can go to noslipgallery.org. Use code RISE10, get 10% off.
Put in your order.
Oh, let me pay these bills real quick.
It's time for another raffle brought to you by the JBT. Our first item is a new 10th generation iPad with a liquid retina display which shows off beautiful color and has plenty of power for all your handheld computing needs. Great for work, play, or just movies on the go. How much is it to enter, you ask? Just $10. Or you can catch the deal with 3 entries for just $25. It's easy to enter. Just cash app your entries to $JBT Network 1. That's $JBT Network 1. Our second item is a set of Kenichi Bear Bluetooth noise canceling headphones. Great for gaming, movies, or travel. As the second prize in this great raffle. Our third item is a Ninja brand air fryer. Great for all your air frying needs. Cooking healthy with the JBT. So send your entries via Cash App to JBT Network 1. That's JBT Network 1. $10 each or 3 for $25. Put raffle on the comment line and you are entered.
Appreciate you. Gotta pay those bills. Squizzies. You all right?
Yeah, baby. Hey, look, we gonna be all right because I'm going to get grimy with it. I'm going to pick 2 numbers and load up on them. Load up on them, champ. I'm tired of these crumbs. I need a game change.
Man,
I need a game.
They won't let me be a game changer.
I need a game changer, champ. I gotta start dropping $10 straight on one number.
You trying to get them for a 50 piece?
Yeah, $10 straight, man. Yeah. Tired of all these crumbs.
Coach Kenny be hitting the number. Why you don't get the number from Coach Kenny?
And be patient. And be patient. Yo, one guy came in and said, give me $100 straight on 1020.
That's C-Dub birthday, 0120.
I say, is that what he said? I went and got the printout. The printout was like this long. I say he dropped $100 on 1020. I said, God, I went over there and played one ticket.
I play to win, son.
Look, I say, give me one ticket, But yeah, man. I need that big one, man.
It's coming.
I need that big one. I gotta be patient.
It's coming.
Yeah, I gotta be patient because there's so much stuff I want to do. I'll help my daughter out, my son, my grandkids. Just be able to do some things for them, man. Just do some stuff for them. That would be nice, man.
Gotta make it happen, Captain.
Yeah, inshallah. But Coach Kenny, King Henry, that's my first time seeing him live. He getting bigger too, boy. That kid getting big. I've been following him for the last 5 years on YouTube. His father and Abdullah Mason and them came about 4 years ago at the gym.
Yeah.
Yeah, about 4. All the whole brothers came in there and stuff, but he don't coach them no more.
Nah. His dad coaching.
Yeah, I got his number though. All access.
All right.
I got his number. I could set something up with King Henry and his father. But he say here, I asked him, do you still in touch with them? And he said, yeah, he still talk to him. I'm gonna see if we can get that set up.
Go for it.
Just,
Give him caution.
try to get Abdul on here. BBO Boxing TV. Appreciate you, man. That mean a lot to me, yo. God bless you and your family, man. Thank you, man. Line, 1931 line, 1931. Tomorrow morning, 1931. You froze, Mr. Bernard. You froze. Hey, Coach
Yeah.
K.
Yeah.
While you on here, what you think about Jalil Hackett and Brian Norman? 1931 line. That's it.
I got Jalil Hackett.
What's the outcome?
Late round stoppage.
Why? What make you think? What make you come to that conclusion? Without giving out too much, I understand. But Coach, what's leading up to you saying that?
I just don't see nothing.
Okay. I
All this talk
respect.
about what he did to Tank and shit. Nah.
I respect that.
I don't want his father jumping in my face though, because I criticized his son.
Yup. He gonna try to jump in your face, yo, when he see you. Yeah, that's what he gonna do. If he watching, he jumped in Timmy's face because Timmy was like, he was hating on his son. And Timmy like, I ain't hating on him. What I got to hate on him for? But he must do it. Timmy was going back down or something. Timothy Bradley stood right there. Yeah, he could have swung on Timmy if he wanted to.
Oh man. Boy, this cranberry juice is good, boy.
Gregory Pratt. I wish I could be killing them on the scratch off. They won't give me nothing. DC Dude say, Coach Kenny, I met you through my guy Kevin Baptist one day. I was at GTD first 3 fights. Been a huge fan ever since.
Appreciate you.
Grant Oliver say, hell no. If he watched this podcast, he know Coach Kenny keeps something for a nigga like him. That demonstration.
I changed.
Yeah, right. Duck they talking about, see, hey, well, and Limbaugh Swami ain't no little boy need. Simple as that. He ain't running down on Limbaugh no any kind of way. He don't mess with nobody, but don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisted. Yeah, Melody Queen, he changed overnight. Come on.
What? I did.
Yeah, all right.
I'm living in peace.
Only thing changed about him is in his pocket.
I'm living in peace.
Def Speedy say these are not the views of the Rize podcast. Yeah, man. But Mr. Bernard say he'd like to get that title shot with Brian Norman. He say his son stops him in the later rounds 8 or 9. And Boots stops him.
I like the welterweight division though. I like what he did though. He trying to fight.
Yeah.
Unlike some lightweights, The kid want to crack at a belt. He going for it.
I mean, I just don't like when the fathers. I just don't like when the fathers go overboard and talk like recklessly, like their son is the coming of the Messiah. And when they in the ring, I ain't messing with you, Coach K. But I'm just keeping it a buck. Guys like me and Limpball Swami and Coach Calvin, we come out of the era of the Sugar Ray Leonards, the Parental Sweet Pea Whitakers, the Mark Brillans, the Larry Holmes, the Muhammad Ali's, the Roberto Durans,
The four kings.
Mickey Wards,
The four kings. Enough said.
My boy Winky Wrights, Beast McGabbeys, Iran Barkleys. These guys didn't duck nobody, man. They wanted to fight. And we used to see them on Wide World of Sports. So when we hear these guys talk all this shit, and I don't even see them fighting, they fight more with words than they do with their fists. I just can't be impressed by that. And the fathers act like they doing the fight. What you think about that, Coach?
Man, you hit the nail right on the head. You covered it all.
Your daughter a fighter. I never heard you get on here and yeah, my daughter do this, do that, you do this, you do that. And that's your baby girl. That's your youngest.
I only see 2 dads out jumping out there though. Well, one now.
Yeah.
Well, one now.
It's to me, it's irritating. And I'm gonna tell you why. I don't see the performance behind the banter. And if I did, I could see why they putting their mouth where their money is. Now, Bill Haney was doing it at one time. I ain't heard a creak out of him since them got smashed. So I ain't heard too much. I ain't seen too much. But all that here knock Tank out and y'all scared and bunch of mouth. Y'all not the fighters. Y'all not the ones in the ring fighting, yo. Come on, man. You making your children look bad. You embarrassing them more than anything. And that's just my opinion. You're talking too much. Let your son get in there and do the body of work, destroy these opponents, and then we can sit back and go for the ride. But I don't know, man. It's good to support your child and to be there for your child. But I think a lot of them guys live their dreams through their kids. That's what I see a lot. Yeah. Yeah. That's what I see a lot, man.
Yeah,
Definitely.
I see two of them.
They live their life through their kids, man. Yeah. That's just like me. Say, for instance, my son Fort, and you go all over the internet, you see me, yeah, all of y'all out there, my son will whip y'all ass. I sparred y'all, came down to Upton, I sparred Tank, I sparred Jalil. Y'all stopped, y'all got out of the ring. Coach Kitty, you know it. I don't know why you don't want to say it. And then after my son beat up on them, y'all gonna say y'all already did 10 rounds. That's why y'all only could make 2 rounds. But I was like, my son ain't come here to pay, because I'm gonna tell you, man, we ain't get the shot. We sent y'all an offer. I'm like, shut the fuck up. Like, yeah, because y'all know, ask him. Ask Coach Kenny, didn't they get out of the ring after the second round? Ask him. And then Floyd say, nah, he already sparred 7 people. So, look, all I wanted is a piece of the pie. My son beat your top fighter in Spawn, and I don't know. I know why y'all don't want to sign the fight. Blah 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 blah. Blah 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 blah. Blah 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 blah. It get on my nerves. You not even in the ring. Then when your son get in there, my son get his ass whipped. Y'all don't see me on the internet for a while. Y'all don't see me on that. I tell them, they like, what happened? I like, yo, I caught a cramp in my neck. I couldn't talk. No daddy, but I catch y'all on.
Boy, you crazy as shit.
I'm just keeping it a buck. That's how they come off, yo. That's how they come off. I'm
He been
sitting there
quiet
like,
now. He been quiet now. You great. Wake his ass back up.
I'm sitting there like, dude, let your son be his own man, yo. Let him be his own man. He don't want in the ring fighting. All you need to do as a parent is behind the scenes, make sure they not robbing your kid. Make sure your kid getting a fair fight. Make sure that you're going in the other room, checking the person gloves, protecting your child in that manner. There's nothing wrong with that. But when you get out there and you talk more like you fight, your picture ain't up on the marquee. Chill out, man. It's cool to support your child, but it's also, you gotta let them grow up. You gotta let them grow up, man. Smoothie King, right back at you with another one. Raymond Moore, thanks for the color in the chat. I agree. If your son ain't did nothing, be quiet. I can't hate Bill because they were complete as a fighter and people was hating. But Tino Senior and Floyd Senior. Thanks for the support, champ. Yeah, but my only grip with Bill was when he got on there and told Calvin on that podcast, BBO or whatever the podcast talk, the boxing talk, that Devin will whip GTD ass. Come on, dude. Come on, yo. Then your son got the shit beat out of him. But I gotta say, I gotta give it to Devin. Devin kept getting up. He ain't lay down on. Hey man, this is a rugged sport. I gotta take my head off. I'm talking to Devin right now. I ain't talking to Bill. Bill ain't gloving up, and he ain't fighting no goddamn body. This me to Devin. I take my head off to you, Devin. You could have just laid down and took the whole 10 count. but you kept getting up. That showed me some toughness, yo. That showed me some toughness in you. You know what I mean? But I don't know. I guess your father training you, but on a real tip, if I was coaching you throughout the camp, I would have gave you the necessary drills that you needed to work on the beat rhyme. That's number one. And in order to beat Ryan was to turn them the opposite away from the left hook and pop the jab. You could have beat Ryan with a jab. Drop the brick hand occasionally, roll away from his hook.
And motherfucking right hand with Ed Malab.
What?
He would have got hit with the right hand.
So you better them to roll to the hook side?
If I had to choose a punch from a hook or a straight right hand, I'm gonna try to eat the hook, yo.
Got you.
But I wouldn't tell him move to the hook though.
Got you.
I'm just visualizing what you were saying and
yeah.
What you were saying, it sounded like he was going to the right hand.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd rather eat the hook than a straight right
so
hand.
So we need to turn towards the hook, smother the hook, take the hook away from him. My thing is that he just didn't look prepared for me. He just ain't look prepared. Because when he got back to the corner, he looked up to his dad, and it was like both of them seemed lost in the corner.
He needed an answer for that hook.
Yeah.
But he ain't got no shame. He fought his ass off. He had some dog in that fight. Just ain't had no pop to get Ryan off of him.
What about the jab? I didn't see him utilize the jab at all. And you at one time, you was giving Devin his props. Said he had one of the best jabs in the business.
Yeah, but you gotta remember he got caught. He got hurt in the first round. You know? Maybe he just didn't check it off.
Yeah. You think Ryan smothering him was the antidote to him not getting off?
Staying close to him, yeah. He couldn't box him the way he wanted. He kept him uncomfortable, you know?
Yeah, that's the word. Keeping them uncomfortable. Backing them up and not letting them come forward. That's the word.
It was a good fight, though.
Smoothie King, right back at you with another one. Raymond Moore, thanks for your support, man. I appreciate you, good brother, for riding with us over here, man. Much love, man. Bill is a terrible coach, though. In the Loma fight, Haney kept telling Bill he got to switch the game plan, and Bill wouldn't listen. He gives no advice.
He was telling him that in the Loma fight?
Yeah. It was controversy in the corner.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Mill City in the chat. What it do?
What's up, Mill?
Appreciate you coming over here. One of the biggest things on YouTube right now. Mill City, man. Mill City reeking in those interviews, man, left and right, man. He busy over there. busy over there, man.
Mill City in the building. We can chop it up tomorrow, Mill.
Want to see all the stars? Go over the Mill City page. Yeah, but you think that Brian Norman dad is pushing the spoon too hard on his son? You think
No, because he doing what we want the lightweight division to do. I mean, he want to fight the best. I mean, what's his numbers? He ranked, right?
Yeah, he got a belt.
His dad want to fight the best.
You welcome, Mill City. You doing your thing over there.
His dad want to fight the best. Win or lose, he he'll get his shot.
Yeah.
That's how they used to do it in the 80s. They call out the top dog, especially Hagler. He want the best man.
Yeah, I'm definitely not mad at him, but when I watch Brian Norman, I see a lot of technical flaws in him, and he's not going to be able to get away with that with a counter puncher and somebody with a good jab, good cardio, and can use the ring and set traps. I've just not seen enough of him to be able to be big on him like his father promoted.
Give him what he want. One way to find
Marcel
out.
Triggs say he 26-0.
Give him what he want.
Hey, I ain't mad at him at all.
He want to fight the best. Give him the best.
But I ain't gonna lie. I would like to see him take two nice mediocre fights since he got the belt. Get two nice mediocre fights. Get somebody a chance. Look, hold on. Let me finish. Give somebody else an opportunity to get in front of the limelight. Somebody that's hungry on the rise. Get two more stellar performances under your belt, and then go for that big bag.
The man 26-0.
Okay.
Give him what he want.
In my opinion, I mean,
he young. His numbers still strong. If he don't pass the test, get back in line. He'll bounce back.
Shadow Angel say, I'm gonna address the Shadow Angel, but we already know what the answer is. It's all good. His father said he hurt GTD and Spawn in Atlanta.
Everybody say that. And if he did, he should be able to. He's a welterweight.
Yeah.
But you know how that go.
But you know what? That you know.
I ain't even gonna talk on that bullshit.
No. I'm done with it. But it's amazing how people want to hear that. If he got hurt in Spawn, it never stopped him from Spawn after that. It never stopped him from knocking out his opponents. It didn't take away from that he's a pay-per-view star.
I always say like
and this. Probably when he sparred, old boy, he probably was like almost 160, probably. I'm sure he wouldn't know one at 147.
If he hurt him, he damn sure hurt him back.
Come on, man. You know, it's just like if I'm fighting Coach Kenny coaching me, and they like, yo, we hurt Squeeze and Spawn, But fight night, I ragdoll you. So what's more important for you? You beating me in Spawn, or me beating you in the world championship fight? You can hold on to your Spawn all you want, what you did to me in Spawn, because I'm a world champion. Don't make no difference. Spawn is Spawn. You working on things. Smoothie King, right back at you with another one. Ralph 707, thanks for the color in the chat. You turn it up tonight, man. Appreciate you. I'm gonna play that tomorrow too. 707. Should the Rize fans expect a Tank interview soon, Coach Kenny?
Yeah, soon. Closer to the fight.
Okay. Okay, you heard what Limp Ball Swami said, man. So what you really want to see at 147, Coach?
I want to see more of Boops Ennis, man. Not against any particular fighter. Just want to see him more. I want to see more Jalil Hackett at 47. No particular opponent. Just want to see him more. You feel me?
Yeah. You know, and I'm gonna let you go after this. I'm gonna drop this on y'all, fight fans in the chat. I was thinking about this particular fighter today. I missed him, and I pray that wherever he's at, that he makes a recovery and make another run at the sport, because I didn't like him at first, but he grew on me because all of his fights were barn burners. You know you was gonna get excitement, and that's the Charlo brother, the young one.
Oh yeah, Tello brothers, man. I had to grow on both of them, but man, they held it down, man.
I like the younger one better.
They ain't duck no smoke.
Yeah, I like the young, and he'll rematch.
Yeah, they ain't duck no
He'll
smoke.
rematch you right away. I really miss them guys, man. If y'all out there, man, I would love to get y'all on here, talk to y'all brothers. Like I said, man, I wasn't big Charlo brothers fans at first, but they grew on me over the years. Both of them boys, they pit bulls, man. They
No, they
didn't duck.
lions. They lions, man. Correct that
Yeah,
shit.
yeah, they didn't duck no smoke.
Lions only.
Lines only, man. Uh, man, I was watching this fight uh in the morning, watching when he knocked old boy out with a body shot. Looked like he was coughing up blood.
Oh, he fought last week. That kid fought last week. He fought Jerry Hurd.
Rosario,
Yeah, he fought Hurd.
who won?
It was a draw.
Somebody in the chat. That jumped. Somebody said something. I just said. Uh, Brashley McClendon say, I heard Charlo came back and invoked his champion and recess to be mandatory to Crawford.
I didn't hear that.
Marshall Triggs say, I think they will come back 2025 new and improved. TY, welcome to the chat. Ellis versus Norman Jr. would be a great fight. I like that. I said that early.
Yeah, that'd be a good one.
Yeah, Hunter on the hunt. What up, champ? Yeah, I said that, man. I said that. Definitely. I like that. I like that.
They Ellis might out hustle.
You know what? And I'm leaving after this because I know Coach Kenny got, get him some rest, and I gotta get up tomorrow, God willing, another day, man. Just being thankful and humble, man. I appreciate the Lord, man. I'm one of the blessed ones, man. I remember we was back behind the scenes at the DC, and Rashidi fought what's Villa, and he fell in between the rope, and Villa went to hit him again. And I was looking at the screen, and I yelled out, "No, you can't hit him while he in the rope." And my boy GTD looked over there at me and say, "Why?" He say, "The ref ain't say nothing." I looked, I said, "Oh, all right. I ain't arguing nothing." I felt that animal with him that quick. That's a GTD moment I remember when I was behind the scenes. And I was like, he on the rope. He like, if the ref don't stop in, I'm going to keep swinging till he step in. And that's the mind of a fighter, yo. Closing arguments, Limp Ball.
Love over hate, man.
All Access International. Closing arguments. He behind the scenes, y'all. He might be cooking up something. Hey, man. Hell of a show tonight. Thanks, everybody, with the super chats. Inshallah, peace to all stretched out boxing. Thanks for dropping by. Limp Ball Swami. All Access. Shout out to Mr. Bernard Hackett. Blessings go to his mom. She's still a warrior doing her thing. And prayers go out to everybody that's going through something. Make sure y'all talk to somebody that can pick y'all spirits up. And as we always say on the Rize podcast, it's the Smoothie King.
Right,
All Access International. Limp Ball Swami. Right back at y'all with another one. See y'all on the next one. Peace. Take us away, see.
Forgive, but don't forget it. Now you know how we do. Lock that back door, don't let no one through. I told Michi in these streets ain't no rules. He say, cuz all this life we ain't over this. Yeah. And I understand that this shit wasn't easy, but nigga, we did it. Yeah, yeah. And all them hoes and all them niggas that wasn't fucking with us, then we them niggas.